Hey, what's up, visionaries? Welcome back to the channel. As always, my name's Anton, and hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day because today's support squad request is from Liza, and this is Led Zeppelin Ramble On, and I guess she loved the Stairway to Heaven reaction because immediately after that one came out, she threw this one at me. And I'm excited. Stairway to Heaven is cliche, but it's an incredible song. So I'm excited to see more Led Zeppelin. But before we do, I do want to mention all of you guys. If you have any artists you'd like to see return the channel, please leave them in the Discord. I do not take any suggestions from the YouTube comment section down below. It's totally free. It takes about 2 minutes to set up. There's a channel in there called Returning Artists. So just head over there, leave all of them over there. And that's about it. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the supporter squad on the Patreon. Thank you guys very much for everything you guys are doing. I sincerely appreciate the love and the support. It's it's incredible. So thank you, and yeah, that also funds the entire channel. So if any of you guys want to help out and support the channel, and request songs like Liz and all that kind of stuff, definitely consider checking out the link down below and joining the supporter squad if you would like. And that is it. Links to everything down below. So let's get into Led Zeppelin Ramble On. Led Zeppelin sounds very folky to me a lot of the time.
Leaves are falling all around. Time I was on my way. Thanks to you, I'm much obliged. Such a pleasant stay.
Such interesting drumming. It sounds like he's like drumming on like his knee or something, his lap. It sounds like like the sound you get when you just like tap a human body part, like not hollow but not solid, you know what I mean? Interesting. Let's go back into it.
Much obliged. Such a pleasant stay.
Or like maybe like leather, hitting leather.
It's time for me to go. The autumn moonlight's my way. But now I smell the rain, and with it pain, and it's heading my way. Sometimes I grow so tired, but I know I've got one thing I got to do.
I remember this one.
Around the world, I gotta find my girl on my way. I've been this way 10 years till the day. Ramble on, find the queen of all my dreams. Got no time for spreading rumors.
That drum beat's so interesting.
Has come to be gone. And though our health we drank 1,000 times, it's time to ramble on.
Flute? Yeah, flute, I think.
Ramble on. And now the time is now. Sing my song. I'm going round the world. I gotta find my girl on my way. I've been this way 10 years to the day. I gotta ramble on. I gotta find the queen of all.
No one sounds like Led Zeppelin.
I tell you no lie. Mine's a tale that can't be told. My freedom I hold dear. How years ago, in days of old, when magic filled the air. Just in the darkest depths of Mordor, I met a girl so fair.
In Mordor.
But Gollum, the evil one, crept up and slipped away with her, yeah.
Amazing production on the vocals, just all over the place. Are we just gonna have a fade out of him going, yeah, 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 yeah? Yeah, we kind of are. Keep rambling, baby. Rambling. Oh my god. All right, so that was Led Zeppelin's Ramble On. Man, I love the Lord of the Rings reference. There's a great line in it. Yeah, I think it was like verse 3 or something. I think it's verse 3. Mine's a tale that can't be told, my freedom I hold dear, how years ago in days of old. When, here it was. I took it a different way, actually. He said how years ago in days of old when magic filled the air. That's something I've been really reflecting on lately. Because I feel like in some respect I've lost some magic. And the interesting thing is I held on to my magic for a long time. Like pretty much up until like last year, 25 years old. I've always been a dreamer. Like I was kind of like I was always daydreaming growing up, and I love fantasy and I love sci-fi and I love Lord of the Rings, I love the connection between the quest for the One Ring and the quest of being a massive rock band, because it is very similar. You're going to places unknown. You are you're fighting every day. You are putting on your show every day. You are through trials and tribulations, and like I love that kind of stuff. And I started reading for the first time fiction when I was like 21 years old, Harry Potter, and I just like fell in love with it at 21 years old. Like it had that magic for me. And I don't know, this year, maybe it's just the constant stress of life or something, but I just noticed how life, if you really don't watch it, can eat away at the wonder you have of the world. Because I know it's not age. Definitely not. If it was age, I would have lost my wonder a long time ago, but I had it secure for 25 years. Like you couldn't, like I literally was like in awe of life and fantasy, and I loved reading and movies and TV and the universe, and I'd like be researching quantum physics, and I was just fascinated, spirituality, Buddhism, Taoism, like all this stuff. And just everything. I was so fascinated by life. And I need to reflect more. I don't know what happened. I think it's literally just chronic stress. I think it's just low level stress, because stress is like a film that gets in the way of your viewing of reality. I feel like if reality is external, your eyes, it's like stress is literally like a lens. It's like wearing glasses, and it distorts reality. I find stress, it sucks the wonder out of reality. And I think because there are certain things in my life right now that are very stressful and chronically stressful, and all this stuff, I think that it has up until this point, I didn't even realize it, but it has slowly become, I've been like, so to speak, I've been wearing glasses for 6 months to a year without realizing them. It's become my dominant mode. And like, because again, I think it's like the obsessive nature of my work and how much energy I put into it and how consumed I get. And balance is so important, I realize, especially when you get lost in yourself and lost in things that are not as wondrous about life. I feel like you have to find a way to come back. And now I'm like really learning how to let go again. I think I'm learning how to enjoy the small things. I think, yeah, there's something there. I don't know. And I think that 99% of people lose their spark. You see it in their eyes. It's gone. They don't have that glint. They don't have that look in their eye, that wonder. You can tell they've accepted life on life's terms. They haven't demanded like wonder or love or the same way you give up on relationships. You just say, oh, you know, you have to work at relationships, and you know they're never as perfect as people think. And you know, I've talked about this before. That's a half truth. I do know people who are like 70, 80 years old and still like they're living like a freaking honeymoon relationship. Like they just hands all over each other, just laughing together, and they're like children. And I think like that's the thing is like I was like a child. Look back at my old content because I'm putting it up. Like I've watched some of my old videos the last week while I've been putting them up because I have to edit them, right? And I looked at some of my old videos. I'm like, man, I was like a freaking kid. Like I was so excited. My whole like, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like this. Like I was so excited. It was like YouTube was this like frontier I didn't understand yet. I didn't understand how it was going to work. I had all these dreams, and you know, I got to the point where I was like, I understood how it worked. You know, I had, you know, I've talked about this before, but I'd created the machine, the efficiency machine. I knew what to do, how to do it. I didn't feel like I was growing much anymore, and this is why splitting these channels has been really cool for me, because it's kind of made me feel a bit like a kid again. It's like there's, you know, a bit more of a sparkle in my eye. Like I just feel like I'm no longer in a prison I've created for myself in some sense. And I think that that's what we all do. I think we all put ourselves in prisons, and I think the prison is like, there's a weird thing with expectations I'm learning too, is that they always say, like I always say, expectations destroys life, right? But at the same time, if you have no expectations, life becomes hollow and dead. It's a weird balance, because I used to have a lot of expectations, and they would crush me. My expectations would crush me. You know what I mean? Just break my heart. But then it broke my heart so many times, I just stopped having expectations. I stopped wondering and going, ooh, I wonder if. I started just going, oh, it'll probably be like it's not the wondrous expectations. It was like an expectation of nothingness. Like it was an apathy, an expectation of apathy, an expectation of is probably going to let you down. Because that's also an expectation, but it's a different kind of one. And so I just realized that like, I'm very excited to have children because I almost want to learn from them. I almost want to figure out like, okay, you know, how do you, because you get like, you know, children have sparks to their eyes. They're alive. They're happy, right? So it's like, it's almost like, I feel like you can learn from a kid being like, oh, you know, how do you feel about things? Or like, or just not even ask them questions, just observe them, you know, observe the way they think and speak. And in fairness, they will emulate the way you think and speak. So in some weird way, you're getting like a feedback with your children because they end up emulating you. But if you can kind of allow them to be fully themselves, I think there's something very interesting about children that we could pick up on. The wonder thing, I think. How they manage expectations. I think that's something interesting. Because I think like, you know, as adults, I think that we think we're really clever and smart, but it just seems like obviously we do everything wrong because we're all apathetic and jaded. So if we were so smart, we wouldn't lose our spark. That's my thought. So it's like, okay, there's something that, yeah, we're pretty clever. We learn a lot of things. We navigate life pretty well. But in the navigation and the efficiency seeking of life, I think we lose a lot of our childhood nature. I think we lose the ability to just be. Because when you just be, you're always worried about work. You're worried about this. You're worried. Kids don't worry. We worry. We can be at the beach and we're worrying the entire time. We're not just enjoying it. Or look at kids. They don't worry. They just freaking play and they do whatever they want. And there's a balance to that, right? You know, that's called hedonism. But, yeah, I don't know the answer. I'm just curious. Because, I feel like I said, I feel like in some ways I've lost some of my spark. But I think the difference between me is I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get it back. Like, I promise you. I'm not going to settle for a life without spark. Just, that's unacceptable to me. You know, it's always been unacceptable. It's the reason why I held it for so long. I was daydreaming all the time. People would tell me what life was. I'd be like, I wouldn't say it, but I'd be like, fuck you. Like, nah, you know, life's gonna be whatever the hell I make it. And yeah, stress eats away at that. Stress poisons the well of optimism. But anyway, what are your top 3 favorite Led Zeppelin songs? Let me know down below. And if you guys enjoyed the video and you'd like to help out for free, definitely give this video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm, and leave a comment, silly, profound, whatever you want, anything. And if you'd like to support the channel and request songs and do a lot of other cool stuff, definitely consider checking out the supporter squad and joining the support squad link down below. And that's it. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love you. Peace.